Hey guys, it's Man945 here. Welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be, well, a little bit of context. I recently started binging anime movies as part of like me getting further into watching anime. And one of the ones that I watched has become my my favorite animated film of all time by a long shot. Um, and uh, my new sixth favorite film of all time, and that is Your Name, or Kimi no Na wa in Japanese. Um, so where to start? This movie is an emotionally moving masterpiece. And that is coming from someone that doesn't really like romance that much, but this is like the most beautiful romance story I've ever seen. Um, Even better than A Beautiful Mind, but I still like that as a movie better, so that's why that's there. And I oh, no, this okay, beginning of the movie. So I really like the setup of the film and how it's like Mitsuha and Taki-kun, um and just kind of how these two characters, you get to see their very different contrasting lifestyles, and neither one's exactly completely satisfied with it. Um but there's also something really weird going on because um it something's not right. You can tell they're doing like weird things and are not seeming to act like themselves, at least according to the observations of other characters. And so eventually, um at a certain point we find out that they have switched bodies. And this is like an infrequent thing, but they are like learning to like communicate with each other. Uh, and uh, there is also, sorry, I really love this movie, but it's kind of hard to talk about it. It's, it's kind of like hard to put into words why I enjoyed it. Um, And then we're kind of like introduced later on in the movie to this idea of, I don't remember what it was called, but this idea of like spiritual energy. I'm gonna be explaining this really badly because it's been a while since I've seen it. Um, like a couple weeks, I think, since I watched it for the second time. Um, but I I think it's like the concept of like spiritual energy, and like they share a connection, essentially like a spiritual bond, which is why they like swap bonds, Mitsuko and Taki. Um and and then this crazy like tragedy hits, and Mitsuko dies. And and then this next part of the movie is like one of the best parts, and it's like Taki's obsession was trying to find Mitsuha with like Okudera and his other friend. I can't remember the name of like tagging along. Um, and side note, I really like the relationship that's built up between Taki and Okudera as like this almost a romance, but also not, and how she's just like totally cool with it. I think is funny. Uh, and eventually, like Taki discovers the shrine, where the meteor landed, and he like drinks the sake of Mitsuha, and that like causes them to be able to see each other. And then like when they're like notice the detail in my hands, like when she sees I love you, like oh my god, that was the most powerful moment of the whole movie for me. I was I was just so like moved. That's the only way I can describe it. I was just like so like emotionally just destroyed after that. I didn't even cry at the movie either. It was more just like an internal, like how can I cry at movies very much at all? But I I'm having a really hard time describing it because it's just like an experience I can't really put into words watching that movie. That's how incredible it was. Um, and I also think that um I think that another detail I really appreciated was the little bits of foreshadowing in the beginning because the foreshadowing is immaculate in this film to this idea, like that leads up to this idea that they were swapping bodies essentially, or swapping persons, whatever you want to call it. And it was just this overall idea that like how they noticed random like talking notes messages in his phone. Mitsuha noticed like things in her diary and then like writing up the hands and arms and stuff like that, and how like suddenly Taki became way more effeminate, um and that caused Okudera to suddenly like him back, and just like various things like that. uh And, the way it ends, like the way they just like almost recognize each other multiple times, and then just the last line of the movie is like, "What is your name?" Oh my God, it was just perfect, and like the music too was so emotional. There were so many great tracks to the film as well. Um, this is probably like a very like bad way um of like actually reviewing it. I tried the best I could because it was just an experience that I really cannot put into words watching the movie. And I if anyone has like the anime movies at all has not seen Your Name, please go watch it because it is genuinely one of the best films I've ever seen. But that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.